been some time since we spoke about Rishi Sunak. He's Britain's Prime Ministerial hopeful. For many, Sunak is India's answer to the colonial rule. The thought of an Indian origin man leading Britain has excited many in this part of the world. But Rishi Sunak is trailing. He's made it to the top two. Chances are Sunak will not make it to 10 Downing Street. He won't be the one replacing British Prime Minister Boris Johnson because leading the race is Liz Truss, Britain's Foreign Secretary. Sunak is trailing her by 32 points. He's also making a lot of bad headlines, and most of them have to do with his wealth. Here's the latest one. Sunak's £400,000 pool has caught the attention of the British press. It says his $474,000 pool is being built at Sunak's manor as Brits struggle with drought. Sunak is being accused of hypocrisy. It's a fair point. It's poor judgment to build a pool in times like these, but is it a crime to be able to afford one? Or does Sunak's bank balance make him less desirable at the ballot? It is no secret that Rishi Sunak is well-to-do. He was an investment banker before he became a politician. Sunak's wife is rich too. Akshata Murthy is the daughter of Infosys founder Narayan Murthy. The two are reportedly worth £730 million. That's around $863 million. But should you judge a politician by his bank balance or by his political record? Number 10 Downing Street is a club of Etonites. Time and again, the office has been held by men who went to one of the world's most expensive schools. Boris Johnson went to Eton, so did David Cameron, Alec Douglas Home, Harold Macmillan, Anthony Eden. It's a long, long list, and it only shows that in the past, Britain did not judge a politician by his wealth. Rishi Sunak is proving to be an exception. They say he's too rich, too out of touch with reality. Sunak obviously is not helping with his pool and his $600 Prada shoes. Just days after Boris Johnson resigned and chatter began about the possibility of Rishi Sunak running for office, Akshata Murthy was trolled for serving tea to journalists in expensive mugs. Critics cited the rising cost of living and called out the couple for being insensitive. And ever since the tag of being super rich has haunted Sunak's campaign, he tried to fix it by talking about his favorite McDonald's food. Sunak said he liked the breakfast wrap, but it only warped his case. McDonald's said the wrap has not been on their menu since 2020. Rishi Sunak is being trolled for trying to project himself as someone he is not. And amid these stories, one important fact has been buried. The fact that Sunak has been the youngest ever Chancellor of Britain and that he may actually be qualified to tackle the financial crisis. And don't get me wrong, I'm not making a case for Rishi Sunak. Whether he makes it to office or does not will not make any difference to India-UK ties. So you can absolve me of any bias here. What I can't help but wonder is why is it that Rishi Sunak is the one who's trailing? Is he too rich for Britain's top office or too brown? Is it prejudice that is keeping him behind in this race? Because time and again we've seen the British press and critics remind people that Akshata Murthy is not a British citizen. A discussion on Sunak's Indian roots invariably follows. The man was born in England, but he's not white. Is that a factor in how he's faring in this race? The Tories, after all, are obsessed with the idea of identity, British identity. And how can we forget, this is the post-Brexit Britain. The sense of us versus them is even stronger now. It's true that some of the top cabinet positions in the Johnson government were held by brown men. Rishi Sunak was the Chancellor. Sajid Javid was the Health Minister. Britain has come a long way, there's no denying that, a long way in overcoming prejudice. But it may still be a while before the top office opens up for a person of colour. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.